guys, making more content for Saturday. Can I just say this, guys? I'm just thoroughly uninterested. And hold up, I was moving a little weird, a little hitch. But anyways, can I just say I'm thoroughly uninterested in like the freaking hyperdimension Neptunia reverse? I'm really just uninterested in it. Like, God, man. Like, I, like I said in my video about the Neptunia franchise, I just feel like we need to stop. Like, they need to stop just giving us spin-offs, man. I don't mind them, but man, we need one main game. That's the thing. We went too long without a main game. Everything else is just freaking. We gotta do another remake. We have to do another remake with everything, with like other things in it, other characters in it, even though they don't fit in. They don't even fit in the first game. We're gonna have freaking Plutia. We're gonna have Peachy. We're gonna have all these other characters because why not? And I'm just like, it actually is the one. Like, if we can figure out the whole memory storage thing, I'd probably get myself a PlayStation 5 just for that. Yeah, I love Hyperdimension Neptunia that much. I would literally pay. I would literally pay for a PlayStation 5 for that. But it's just like, I'm looking at it, and there's just nothing I would want other than a fishing mini game. It's like, that's it? You don't got like a new story or something that hints at a newer story in Hyperdimension? I'm tired of us always going away from the freaking Hyperdimension. Because, like, it's like they're afraid to do anything else. Like, it's like they blew their loads. They blew their wads on freaking like Mega Dimension and Mega Dimension Victory and 1 and 2 so much that they're like, you know what? We're going to literally, hold on, I need to go look at this. I need to go look. Give me 1 minute, folks. All right, folks. Sorry, I had to go take a phone call, so I paused the footage. You guys probably didn't even notice. But like I said, I'm just, guys, come on. Any Neptunia fan, are you guys with me? Like, are you with me that, like, we should totally get some new things in the franchise? I mean, okay, let me just say, the VTuber crossover is good. And we're getting a crossover with Senrin Kagura, which is good because aren't they made by the same... Weren't they... Well, don't they have... Like, not in the same universe, but don't, like, some of the same people work on that and work on the Neptunia franchise anyway? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the Senrin Kagura, I'm cool with the Senrin Kagura crossover, but I just want it to be the last one. We got one with the VTubers. Before that, the other big crossover was Zero Lane, which we already know that was already like a crossover because the same people make it. And we had the one with Sega Hard Girls, and now we're getting another crossover after the VTuber crossover, and I'm just like, when is it gonna be time for us to go and venture out somewhere new? Are you guys just really done with the Hyperdimension? It's like there's no stories you want to tell? Like, what's going on, man? Like, what's going on right there? Is there anything else? Are you guys just burnt out? Like, I want to know because, like, legit, there's only one thing I want. There's one thing I do want, and that is a dating sim with like the CPUs because like legit that's like one thing you guys haven't touched. Like, dude, like it would be freaking great if y'all do that. Like, have it continue after the VR events, but that'd be pretty cool. Just it takes the save from the VR title, just takes the VR events and kind of does a little bit of a Sakura Wars thing. Oh yeah. Speaking of, because this was totally gonna be a Neptunia video. Um, I just feel like, but I feel like we should just get something. We should get something in the main line of games. I just feel like we need that because a lot of people are kind of jumping ship from the fandom simply because there's just there's really nothing in the main line of games that are really just there's nothing in the main line of games right now. I mean, heck, even Senpai Blade, even old Senpai Blade is like, hanging up his hat when it comes to like Neptunia stuff. He's like, even he's like done. I'm just like, oh man, not even like Twit Gaming. He's basically done with the Neptunia series because there's nothing really to do. I'm still gonna keep being in this fandom because legit, I really feel like, just like Homestuck, we're the only things keeping this fandom going. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, ride the fandom train, people. So, it's just, to me, I don't really get why they keep doing all these spin-offs. I know there's like money involved, but like, dude, just, can we get a mainline game at some point? Come on, Idea Factory. Come on, Compile Heart. Come on, guys. Give us something other than spin-offs, man. Like, we should just have a balance between spin-offs and main games. And, we should, after Reverse, it should be the last remake. It should be. I know it won't be, but it should be. And if you really wanted to do something, how about re-release all three Neptunia games plus some of the other spin-offs in one big disc? Y'all can do that. That way everybody can enjoy some of the Neptunia spin-offs and the mainline games. Like, that makes more sense. I mean, that would be a great anniversary thing right there. That'd be a great anniversary thing. But that's all I have to say about it. But shifting gears away from Neptunia for a minute. For a sec. For a brief hot minute. Right? See, next month, we're getting Sakura Wars Columns 2. It's gonna get translated by fans, because again, there's a lot of Sakura Wars games that are translated, and I'm glad that the first one being translated lit a fire up someone's ass and actually decided, hey, we're going to translate Sakura Wars Columns. It's not as, I would say it's not as, probably isn't that demanding. It's not as demanding as like a full, like, 2 or 3 with like a lot of dialogue and a lot of branches to different parts of dialogue. But, just the fact that any Sakura Wars game is getting localized. Because, like, Sega, you need to talk, man. We need to talk. Okay? Like seriously. Like, don't get me wrong. I graciously love the fact that you put the soft reboot. It's more of a sequel than a soft reboot, let's be real. I'm glad that they actually put. I'm actually glad that they put like the sequel of Sakura Wars out for the PlayStation in the US. Don't get me wrong. And I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but I'm just saying, Sega, you could, like, the next anniversary for Sakura Wars, you can just release some of the games out for some of us. Like, we're sitting here waiting for people to freaking translate the games, and I don't mind that, but like Sega, come doing? If the first game's downloads ain't any if the first game's downloads are any indication, people want more of Sakura Wars, and it's just kind of sucky that that you guys ain't even considering it. It's just, mm. But that's just me. That's just me as a fan wanting Sega to do something about that. But I know they're not because it's all about two things right now: Sonic and PSO2, and I understand that. But it just kind of sucks. I want freaking Sakura Wars. It doesn't have to be and it doesn't have to have a dub if they can't get Is any of the English voice actors for Sakura Wars even still around? No, I'm being serious. Are any of them still around? Because honestly, I'm really asking that question right now because I think if they got the ones from the OVAs, the English voice actors from the OVAs, I think that would be better. Or if you get the ones from the TV anime, the dubbed ones from the TV anime, that's good too. I think they were. I think that they were good. They were good They were good voice actors and voice actresses for them. So I could see that working. But I'm not asking for the whole games to be dubbed. If they are have an option for people that just want to hear the Japanese voice actors every other game. I mean that's what I want. I'm telling you, that DLC pack they got for they have for the new Sakura Wars, so the characters can dress in the old Sakura Wars members' clothes, which I'm like, why are you wearing their clothes? It's not like they're dead. They're dead. God damn you. No. Yeah, guys. That was my legitimate reaction. Well, not my legitimate reaction. I'm amping it up a lot, but I'm amping it up a lot. But we got a confirmation that Sakura's alive in Shadow Tokyo, but unlike my little semi-continuation I got going on in my own video series, we don't know if the others are alive. I'm not talking about this Japanese branch. I'm talking about the Paris branch and the New York branch because I've gotten kind of close to those. I've gotten kind of attached to all of them. Well, I don't hate any of them actually. At first, I kind of did. Even in the first part, I did kind of hate that because they were you're not Ogami. I'm so y'all want his wishy-washy ass? I'm just eh. But he chose him for a reason, and plus, it's pretty obvious that probably, without saying it, he is probably with Sakura at this. He probably is with Sakura at this point. Not saying it's probably the canon thing, but it's the kind of logical thing that they would go at. Even though Sakura really, really in the first game is really sporting some hints that she really wants to be with you, and it's you're dude. I'm just saying that probably happens. You're probably also wondering, are you actually gonna do a kind of solo series talking about this version, the Time Displaced Victory's lore? Well, I'm thinking of doing an audio book series on it. But again, I haven't played 3, so I wouldn't know where to begin with that, actually. I could probably just play the translated version. I mean, not the translated version. The translated version they have on, YouTube, and I could just, watch it, and I could go from there. Also, probably looking at 4 wouldn't hurt either. But people say like Florida isn't really a game; it's more like an extra bonus. Well, yeah, it is. But it's kind of like the character's send off because we never see them again after that. Because after that we get hints to everybody, and in five, but we don't really see anybody. And then like, boom, they're all in Shao Tokyo. We gotta have a new fighting force, and most new fans ain't gonna care, but a bunch of us kind of. I did. I did. I got attached to them, and it just kind of sucked that we didn't get to see them in the end, or even like an inkling of where they're actually if they're alive or not. Because we get a kind of hint that Sakura is sort of alive in spirit, which makes me think of some very, very, very fucked up things. But I'm just saying. You're probably wondering, well, Bugsy, why didn't you wait until the sequel to pull out to do doing that everybody's out of Shadow Tokyo? Because I don't know if there ever really is going to be another sequel localized, and if it's ever going to come out here. Although the setting of the mobile game kind of makes me think of a few things. A few things I might do and may not do. I do have BlueStacks, by the way, so might do something with that. I'm not really entirely sure. I don't know. I'm just thinking. But anyways, guys, despite me ranting and raving about Sakura Wars, I say, when May 3rd rolls around, please, do me a favor. Do all Sakura Wars fans a favor. If you're passively into the series, or, you've seen me look, or you've seen me look at this poster in every video a few times. You know that you basically know that I have my bias with which branch of the Hansagumi that I love. You guys kind of know. I didn't put the New York ones up here, and don't get me wrong, I love them too, but I have a fondness for these guys. I'm not saying I have a fondness for Samiri, Not saying that. That is mostly just a character thing I did for Soldier Bugsy, because legit it just kind of felt right. It was either going to be, like I said, Samiri or Kana. Maria would have probably been a second choice, but anybody who has Iris's ending, I just want to say, sir, you need help. You shouldn't be romancing Iris. Please, just never do that. Don't do that, man. Because you're going into some creepy territory if you're trying to romance, Iris. When you got, what? Five other chicks that are even more romanceable. Also, I got a cut on my finger. I woke up with it and I was like, It's like a little paper cut. I'm like, I don't even know how I got it. Because I did some wild rolling in my sleep. I'm gonna go get some alcohol and then anyway. I'll see you guys later. Peace. And I hope you enjoyed me talking a little bit about Sakura Wars. Although I'm thinking of replacing my Kirby poster and my Sonic villain poster with something else. Probably somewhere on the... See you guys later. Peace.